everyone, welcome back to Wildwood Cottage and welcome back to Wales. It's lovely to have you here. Hope you're all doing well and I hope you've all had a lovely summer. Sorry I've not been around. I've been taking time out for myself and I've just been taking time to rest and relax and try and recover from the rapeseed allergy. I was given some new medicine off the doctor that helps with panic attacks and anxiety, and it seems to have fixed my allergy. And I just found that once the medicine had started working, that my body just started saying to me, you need to stop, you need to rest, and you need to just take time out from things. So that's basically what I've been doing. I have enjoyed the summer. I've been spending time in the garden, pottering about in the garden, spending time with Stripe, getting a few jobs done in the garden and sorting out the flower beds, planting plants, sorting out the noise barrier. I've sorted out the polytunnel and I've been growing tomatoes in the polytunnel. And I've just been just sitting, enjoying the summer, enjoying the sun. We had a lovely May, as you know. The last video I put up was about the fire up the hill where I take the dog. And it all seems to be growing back again now. There's ferns growing back, and there's loads, absolutely loads of foxgloves sprouting up. So it's going to be beautiful up there in the spring next year. There's just going to be a mountain of foxgloves all the way along the hill and all the way up to the top. So that's going to be nice. Things don't seem to have been any worse for the fire, apart from the fact that there's loads of tree debris all over the place still. But other than that, everything seems fine. Um, what else can I tell you? I've been doing the secret garden and that's coming along nicely. I haven't done anything in the Victory garden or the existing vegetable garden. Um, it's that overgrown. I just haven't had the energy to sort it out. And the Victory garden just got away with me that all the brambles came back and all the weeds came back. And I thought, I'm just going to leave it and wait until it starts dying down again in the autumn. And then I'll get stuck into it and we'll do that for next year. Um, as I say, I've got tomatoes growing in the polytunnel and one cucumber plant, which has given me two cucumbers so far. And it's got another one on it at the moment. But with the lack of rain that we've had, I haven't wanted to use the hose pipe because our water comes from a lake at the top of the hill opposite our home, about half a mile as the crow flies. And we've had a lot of problems with our water. And it finally got sorted out about 2 months ago. And it's been awkward using the hose pipe in the garden because we've had intermittent water supply to the house due to various reasons. It's not the landlord's fault. It was just one of those things that happened. And I didn't want to use the hose pipe as well while we had a drought in place here in the valley. So I wanted to make sure that I wasn't greedy, hogging all the water. So the garden, to be honest with you, has struggled and has suffered with the lack of water that we've had. And at some point, hopefully in the next few days, I will record a garden tour video and show you some of the things that have done well and some of the things that haven't. So really not doing the vegetable garden has been quite good because it's meant I haven't had that extra water in to do. I did water on a few times throughout the summer, but it takes me 2.5 hours to water this garden if I water everything. And that is a lot of water to be taken away from the other people that live in the valley when we're not having any rain. Because if we don't have any rain, it doesn't replenish the water supply in the lake, and it diminishes the water supply. But saying that, there hasn't been any time when the drought has affected us. It's been more the water supply. But as I say, that's now been sorted out. We have full water again. And I'm able to use the washing machine, able to use the shower and all those things. And it's fantastic to have that water supply back. So the Victory Garden will get done next year, but I've got plans that I want to do in there that's going to take a long time to do. And I think it's better doing that through the winter. So that's my plans for that. I haven't done any more on the pergolas in the garden because I was thinking of making them into summer houses. Now, recently, the farmer who retired here in the valley, after 58 years working in the same job, decided he would needed to have kennels to house the dogs because they weren't working as a farm dog anymore. So he took his old shed down. It's 12 by 8, I think, or 12 by 10. And it was just dumped in the field ready to be burnt. So I asked if I could have it. So I've got enough of the shed now to build the two pergolas into two summer houses. So that's my plan, what I'm going to do. I'm going to put windows in them and make them into proper summer houses so I can go in there in the summer, hide from the sunshine, get my spinning wheel out, get my knitting out, play with the dog, and just use it. And then if it rains, I don't have to dart into the house. I'll be able to stay in there, have a cup of tea, and just enjoy the rain. The other thing that's been happening as well is I've given up caffeine. I've completely given up caffeine. I've given up coffee, I've given up tea, and I've given up green tea. And I think that's made me more tired as well. So I've been just completely wiped out, as I say. I have done a few videos on my craft channel. I think I've done 4 in the last 5 months. So if you are interested in my handcrafts, my knitting, my spinning, my weaving, I've also taken up English paper piecing. So they are over on my craft channel if you're interested in having a look. And I'm also looking at doing my shop again and putting some handmade items in my Etsy shop and my KOFI shop again. Because to be honest with you, I haven't even had the brain capacity to do any making lately. I've made virtually nothing in the last 2.5 years. So it's a grief really. It's a sadness to me because making things and being enthusiastic about wool was one of my drivers really. It's what drove me to create. And I just loved it. I loved the smell of the lanolin off the sheep. I loved working with raw fleece, but that side of my brain's just completely shut off. And someone said to me the other day that it's possibly the trauma from the allergy, that my body's just able to cope with the everyday stuff and not able to cope with anything else. And I think really that's what's happened is I've come to a point where my body's just got burnt out from the allergy, not from the work that I've been doing around here, but just simply the allergy. All the worry of the anaphylactic shocks and not knowing whether what I was going to eat was going to cause me to have an anaphylactic shock and if I'd recover from it. I've now got an EpiPen finally, and the medicine, as I say, is helping with the allergy. So I think when all's said and done, I think once the medicine kicked in and started working, my body just said, I've had enough. I just need to rest. So that's what I've been doing. I've just been taking the time to enjoy the summer, enjoy the sunshine, sit in the garden with the dog, play with the dog, get out for walks, do some pottering in the garden as the weather allowed, sitting reading. I've been doing a bit of crochet, a little bit of knitting, finishing some projects that needed finishing, just playing with the dog, sorry, finishing some knitting projects that needed finishing. And I've also sorted out my craft room. I got my sewing machine now in a permanent position, and I've been doing some sewing, some mending, some make do amend, and that kind of thing. I've not really been keeping up with my wartime challenge either because my brain just hasn't been able to cope with the recipes and thinking about what to do, thinking about the food, and just all the challenges that come along with living that wartime challenge. Because if you want to live um, in the wartime theme, it takes a lot of thought, and my brain just couldn't cope with that. So I started buying the HelloFresh meals, but then I found that the HelloFresh meals had rapeseed oil in, so I was back to square one again. So we got the HelloFresh meals probably for about 6 weeks, 5 weeks, I think it was. And I've stopped them now because I don't want to be consuming the rapeseed oil. I gave a bag like this away of sauces and mayonnaise, ranch dressing, pestos, everything had rapeseed oil in it, and literally a big sized food bag like this, probably about 6 inches by 6 inches big, completely full to the top with things with rapeseed oil in that I hadn't been able to use. I was having to substitute. And in the end, I thought, sorry, I'm just playing with the dog. In the end, I thought, well, what's the point in me paying out for all this food if all I'm eating is the meat and the veg and the fish and the veg and the vegan stuff for me to throw all the sauces away? Because really that's all you're paying for is the sauces. The rest of the stuff you can buy in the supermarket. So I just decided to stop that. So I've just gone back to my sort of recipe index that's in my brain that I know I can cook, that I don't have to think about. And I've just been doing that. So now I'm starting to feel better in myself, but still my brain's a little bit foggy. And I think that's simply from giving up the caffeine and the rapeseed oil allergy. Because I found, I don't know whether you noticed in my videos, I had a lot of vacant moments. Well, they're still there. And I think that is to do with the rapeseed oil allergy. Now, I have been told that rapeseed oil and allergies can come from long COVID. And I know I did have COVID earlier in the year, this year. And I also had it early in the year last year. So I wouldn't be surprised if that wasn't something that was to do with that. And that was the doctor that told me that as well. So yeah, so maybe it's come from long COVID. Who knows? But anyway, I'm getting back to normal. All that said, I just thought I'd let you know where I'm up to, what's going on. At the moment, as you saw in the middle, at the beginning of the video, I'm cleaning out the fire. I've been and bought these logs. They're called stove and chimney sweeping logs by Flame Fast. All you do is put the log in the fire, light the paper. I put a little bit of what's it called? Firelighter. That's the word I'm looking for. Firelighter in with it just to get it going. And then you leave your fire vents open, apart from the vent at the bottom of the fire that gets the fire going. You close that off, but you open the rest of the vents to let all the flames and all the heat up the pipe, and it loosens the clinker. Now it says the first time you use them to use 2 within 10 days. These were £2.49 in home bargain, so I'm going to use 2 in this fire and 2 in the log burner in the sitting room. We do have a Prity stove, 2P41 if you're interested, and I do cook on it. It has an oven, and I'm going to sweep it as well this week and get that ready for the winter because the weather started going cold now. I've got 2 jumpers on today. I've got this big jumper, I've got my cardigan and my dress, and I'm still cold. So it's nice to be able to sit in front of the fire. It's raining today. Sorry, my brain's just all over the place. It's raining today, so it's gone a bit cold. After all that beautiful sunshine that we had, we have 15 days straight of beautiful, hot, warm sunshine and no rain at all. And it's been absolutely wonderful in August. August was lovely. July was a bit more cooler, but August was very hot. We've had what they call heat waves, 4 of them through July and August. June was a bit wetter and a bit more unsettled. And as you know, May was also very warm. So I think we are going to go into autumn early. It's the first official day of autumn, meteorological autumn on Monday. But autumn's come early here in my garden at Wildwood Cottage. We started with autumn leaf in late July. The hornbeam started turning red in late July. The Philadelphus in the veg garden that has the big white flowers, that started changing to red. The maple, the field maples don't usually lose their leaf until the end of October, and that started losing its leaf already and started losing its leaf before it's even changed colour. I think it's just because it's been so hot. All the roses have nearly finished. And yeah, it's just been so dry. I have tried to water the garden, as I say, but it's just impossible because it's so big. But I am now putting chip bark down. Now the borders are finished pretty much until next year. I'm putting chip bark down that was delivered earlier in the year that I haven't had a chance to move, but it's rotted down nicely now. I've been using that on the living roof as well. I've nearly done the living roof on the shed. I've got the plastic on, I've got the frame built, and I've got half of it soiled. I'm going to put some succulents up the top and things that are lying around in the garden. I've also bought 3 plants. I've got some alpines to go up there, and then I'll put soil on the other half and I'll finish that. And that'll hopefully keep the shed dry and slow the water flow down in the garden because it gets flooded in the winter. So I'm hoping that's going to work in slowing the water down. And yeah, I don't think there's anything else to share with you really. I can't think of anything. I haven't finished the picket fence. I haven't done the barn. I've nearly finished the sound barrier. I've nearly finished the field fence. But other than that, I've just been taking it easy. So yeah, not much to share with you. That's one of the reasons why I've not been around, because I've not had anything to share with you because I've not been doing anything. I've just been sitting around and just enjoying the summer and enjoying the rest, to be honest. But now the autumn's coming, I'm thinking now I'm going to be getting cozy in the house and doing more cooking and making jam and things like that. I think once the wasps have gone as well, I'll make some chutney, I'll make some pickle. So yeah, I'll have a bit more to share with you. Anyway, I think that's enough waffle for today. I've been on nearly 15 minutes and I didn't think I had that much to say to you. Anyway, I have missed you all, and thank you to all you subscribers who have stuck with me these last 3 months. I do appreciate you all, and I do appreciate the fact that you have stuck with me and that you've not given up on me thinking I'd left the building. But as long as I'm breathing, I'm still going to be around in some capacity. But I am hoping to get more back to normal with my channel in the coming weeks. So yeah, I'm hoping to start my wartime challenge again and just get back to it bit by bit, do some more recipes. I am making my own bread, so I'm doing that every day now. So I will do a bread recipe for you as well when I come back. And when I get round to doing the victory garden, we'll do that together as well. So yeah, I don't think I've got anything else to share with you today. So I'm going to go. I'm going to go and play with Stripe and sort of get on with my day. I don't know what I'm doing today yet. I haven't decided, but yeah, I'm going to go and get on with the day and see what the day holds. So enjoy the rest of August before the autumn officially comes, and I will see you again soon. And hopefully, the lovely Maria down in Australia, hopefully you're having a good spring and that spring's starting to blossom for you. But yeah, anyway, I'm going to go. I'm going to see you soon because I'm waffling. And I'll see you in the next video. So take care, enjoy the rest of your week, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now. Bye bye.